this Roblox Steal a Brainrot game is out of control. Roblox just gave an innovation award to this game right here, which is completely built on brainrot. 24 million players are playing it across Roblox and Fortnite, with the game being so big, there's scammers everywhere making fake Discord servers to lure in kids, and apparently the whole game might actually be just getting deleted, with a ton of characters in the game getting permanently removed. This right here is Steal a Brainrot, and the situation surrounding it is seriously getting out of hand. And so if you think that Steal a Brainrot is completely cooked after this, make sure you like and subscribe so more people are aware of how strange this situation really is. And let's jump right into this. There is so much to talk about. Basically, starting off right, Steal a Brainrot, which is a game inside of Roblox, has actually been nominated for an innovation award. And for those that don't really know what this is, it's basically an award that Roblox gives out every single year for, quote, creativity on their platform. And look, I think the fact that a bunch of brainrot animals in a game has been given an innovation award is kind of beyond me, to be honest with you. But this is the official Roblox dev forum post, which basically anyone can nominate games for these awards, right? And this right here is the voting hub that Roblox opened, where players literally as young as 5 years old can cast their votes. So honestly, looking at that, it now kind of makes sense, and it doesn't honestly surprise me that obviously the most viral meme game at the moment, which is Steal a Brainrot, has risen to the top. But look, as we go a little deeper into this, and it's not even just the game Steal a Brainrot, but actually Italian brainrot as a whole, this concept is starting getting exposed to be a little bit weird and honestly darker than we once thought it was. So to explain what's going on, this right here is Tung Tung Sahur. I'm pretty sure at this point we all know who this is, right? It's like the random cinnamon stick who goes like Tung Tung Sahur or whatever. Now this TikTok audio has blown up for a while now, everyone knows what this is, but there's actually been a blog recently translating what these brainrot chants that these people are doing, or brainrot sayings in Italian brainrot, actually mean. And yeah, let's just say it's a little bit more strange than we once thought, because when we specifically go to the tralalelo tralala, or you know, the shark character in Italian brainrot, there's a rough English translation, which I'm not gonna read this out, but you guys can see what's going on here. Essentially what they're doing is mocking God, mocking religion, and just saying a whole bunch of weird stuff in the actual videos. I don't know how nobody picked up on this until now, but it's actually insane how this is real. And it's not just the shark either, also the Bombardino Crocodilo, you know, the plane that's in the form of a crocodile, also says this in English: Bombardino Crocodilo, a effing flying alligator that flies around and doesn't believe in Allah and loves bombs. Okay, editor, please sense out basically all of that right there near the end, because goddamn, that is actually insane. Essentially, what's being said here by these Italian brainrot characters is actually insane and genuinely disturbing. So look, stemming from this, right, already Steal a Brainrot kind of seems a little bit strange just from that finding right there that we didn't really know of. But trust me, we're only really scratching the surface here. For example, this next thing we have to talk about, this fake developer scam that's going on. Basically, what's going on, there's a YouTube channel out there called Spider Sammy pretending to be a developer of Steal a Brainrot. In this short right here, he basically tells people, if you'd like to be a tester, join my Discord server. And in this Discord server is full of spam and really suspicious links, which by the way, if you're inside of this Discord server, do not click any of the links. And to be honest, that goes for any YouTube comment sections, unless the links are coming directly from the creators. But yeah, basically what's going on in this Discord server is it looks like exactly the kind of setup that scammers run. Now look, another problem with this game that we have to talk about before discussing how this game is literally falling apart in real time as we speak is the monetization aspect of the game. Or in simple terms, exactly how the real developers of this game, not Spider Sammy, are actually making money from the game. Because obviously, right, this is basically the biggest game in the world right now, Steal a Brainrot. Obviously, the developers have to cash out and make their money. So basically, inside the game, there's a Robux shop. Anyone who actually plays Roblox or knows anything about the game knows that this is how the game works, right? You spend Robux and you get in-game items, and this fandom page right here basically confirms the price list. And the problem with this, right, is that the amount of money that these kids are being basically pressured into spending for single cosmetic items are absolutely insane. Because let's be totally real here, I'm sure that there's adults that play Steal a Brainrot and have their own credit cards and, you know, they can make their own decisions. But this game, Steal a Brainrot, is literally ages 5+. People born in 2020 can play this this game. Do you know how insane that is? So I've got no doubt where there's probably been times where, you know, 5-year-olds will be on their mum's iPad with their credit card connected to their iPad, and they've probably just randomly bought something without knowing how expensive it is. And what's even more strange is that some of these more, you know, expensive items that people can buy are basically run like slot machines. I mean, bro, they're literally called lucky blocks, meaning that you buy them and you might get something rare or you might get something really bad, which in my opinion personally is just a little bit strange. So look, we've talked about some very surface level stuff so far, but here's where it starts to get really bad for Steal a Brain Rot, because characters inside the game have literally started disappearing, and a lot of people are saying that Steal a Brain Rot is actually getting deleted entirely. Now there's a lot of rumors out there, so let's see what's actually going on here. Now here's Creekcraft to basically explain that there is a copyright issue going on.
Hello everyone, we are the agency of Noxa, and I'd like to clarify the situation about Tung Tung Sahur in Sammy's game Steal a Brain Rot. Noxa did not remove Tung Tung Sahur. Neither Noxa nor us asked for Tung Tung Sahur to be removed. Sammy asked us to contact his lawyer. While we were waiting for the lawyer to get back to us, Sammy decided to remove the character from the game. It was Sammy's decision. Steal a Brain Rot is making millions of revenue using Noxa's work, in which we invest time and resources. We were always open for discussion, and Noxa would be happy for the players to keep playing with Tung Tung Sahur. This situation isn't fair regarding our partners, small and big studios, who have acquired our license. In all fairness, let's share this information. Let's Tung Tung back.
The game was basically using Tung Tung Sahur audio and characters without a license, while making millions doing it. Polygon covered the same controversy here, and Rand points out that AI-related works aren't even clearly protected by copyright. In the end, right, because of all these copyright issues, the devs basically just removed the character. So Tung Tung Sahur is no longer in the Steal a Brain Rot game, which is a pretty big deal because, I mean, I'm pretty sure that that's like the biggest character in the whole Italian Brain Rot thing and the Italian Brain Rot game, so you know, it kind of makes sense at this point. When essentially the main character is getting deleted, things are starting to look pretty grim. And look, apart from the copyright issues, right, another problem people have been having is the fact that this game literally got an innovation award before, while being completely unoriginal. For example, here is a game that was created in April, right, called Steal a Character. And essentially a lot of people in the Roblox community have been noticing that this game is basically the exact same as Steal a Brain Rot, except Steal a Brain Rot is just, you know, Italian Brain Rot characters, so it's technically different. But if you look at the description of Steal a Character right here and then compare it to Steal a Brain Rot, it's basically identical, the same sort of emojis, the same sort of layout, and Steal a Brain Rot was created basically a month after Steal a Character. So there's no doubt in my mind, right, that Steal a Brain Rot was heavily inspired, maybe not copied, but heavily inspired by Steal a Character. So the fact that it has an innovation award is absolutely insane, and just kind of shows how bad Roblox's awards actually are. The fact that literal 5-year-olds can come on and just vote for their favorite game because they like Steal a Brain Rot. Like, bro, Roblox's awards are so stupid and just so dumb. They're literally allowing people who were born in 2020 to vote for their favorite game. It just doesn't make any sense. And look, at this point, right, after everything that's happened, the community surrounding this game is essentially in total chaos. When you scroll through any article talking about the game, especially Dexoto comments, some kids are hyping it up, but a lot of players are basically calling it a scam and mocking Roblox for giving it an award. This game is basically in total chaos at the moment. There's so much happening. So look, if you want me to make a part 2, because there's no doubt that by the time this video comes out onto YouTube, there will have been so much more that's gone on. The game might have even been deleted by the time this video comes out. Make sure you let me know in the comments down below, and I'll 100% make another video talking about this. But anyways, I'm so done with Steal a Brain Rot for right now. Click the video on screen right now because YouTube thinks you'll enjoy it, and I'll see you all over there. Subscribe.